It's very common that on a website which you're building, you don't just have that user-facing front end, as we have it here, so the page all your visitors will see, but it's quite common that you also have some admin area, which you maybe can visit with /admin. Now at the moment this fails because my server is not up and running, but if I do run my server again, my development server, then you will notice that actually I get a login field here. And I get this login field here because in my base URLs in the project folder, we have a path for admin. And this is simply using some built-in feature Django is shipping with, the administration feature. Django has an entire built-in administration panel and dashboard which you can use to administer your model data. And you can reach it by entering /admin. Now, of course, the problem with that at the moment just is that we don't know what our credentials are, and we have no create user button here. The reason for that is that this administration area is not meant to be used by your regular page visitors. They can reach this login screen, but they can't log in. Instead, that's meant for you as the site owner. And we can create a user through the terminal. If I quit that development server, we can execute the create super user command with the manage py file. This will now open a prompt which wants me to create a super user, and you can choose a username of your choice, an email address of your choice. Here I picked a dummy email address, and then a password where when you enter something you won't see the characters, but they will be registered. So I'm entering a password here. In my case, I'm getting warned that it's not secure enough, but I'll still confirm it by entering Y here for yes. And now with that, I did create that super user. If I now restart that development server, on that page here, I can log in with my username which I chose and that password. And now here I'm on this administration dashboard. And at the moment we don't see anything about meetups here. We can just administer users and user groups as it seems, but we can now tell Django that meetups should also be data that is administered through that dashboard. By default, your model data does not show up here, but you can register all your model data for Django to show it here. And registering it is quite straightforward as well. For that, we got this admin py file where we can tell Django which models should be manageable through the admin area. Here, we just need to import them from models. I'll import meetup. And then we use this admin object, which is already imported, to call site register, and then register the model, like this. And if we do that and save this, if I reload here, you see now I have my meetups area, and here I can now click on add meetup, and I can add a new meetup. So here I could name this our first admin created meetup, choose a slug of my choice like our first meetup, and then enter some description like this is a first meetup created via the admin area. And now we can save this or save this and create another one. I'll just save it. And this was now added. Now it shows up rather strange here. I'll come back to that in a second, but it was added to the database. And now before we fine tune how it's displayed here on the admin dashboard, let's see how we can display it on our user-facing site. Because at the moment, if I enter localhost 8000/meetups, I still only see my dummy data. Of course, because in my views, I'm still only using that dummy data. But that's something we can change now.